All right, welcome everybody to our Friday night Essence team meeting, and thank you all for being here tonight. This is the just a little less than a week before Thanksgiving. Time seems like it is flying by at an incredible rate, and quite a few of us have been quite excited to see our team growing at an incredible rate as well. So there's lots of activity going on here. There'll be lots of good things happening in the new year, I have no doubt. But tonight, wanted to focus a little bit on the idea of, and I think most of you who are in the meeting tonight understand this concept, or you're already kind of engaged in it. But I want to highlight it. Mr. Stedman thought it was important, and I agree, because it's important that you let people in your team understand what we're going to cover here tonight. And so, I think I'm gonna jump right into talking just a bit tonight about our compensation plan and how we make money in iClub Biz. Because let's face it, this is still the simplest program I've ever seen, and probably one of the simplest most of you have seen. Some of you have been around the block and looking at different companies and such. And it has a very low bar of entry. So for just $5, people can get involved with iClub Biz, and that is a beautiful thing when we've got a lot of people who are really struggling financially. But it's important, once you're here, that you truly understand both pieces of the compensation plan. And it's a very fair compensation plan. I can't complain about it at all. But it is a two-part compensation plan, and most of us get this part of it. This is the upfront cash commissions. We call it unilevel commissions. And basically what it says is every time you add on a personal active customer, active meaning somebody who is purchasing something every month. Now, we have the ability for people to be active in the team for as little as $12.50 a month. That doesn't happen in many companies. I can tell you lots of companies where it's anywhere from 20 to 50 to 100 or whatever to be able to be considered active in the compensation plan. But here, every time you bring on an active customer, you get a larger number of levels down in your team that you make money on. So anybody you have personally brought to the team, anything they purchase, you make 10% of that purchase price. Anyone that they bring in becomes part of your second level, and you make 5% of that person on your second level of their purchase price. And that's just for bringing one person in. And you can see as you bring more people in, you really never have to get any more than 6 to be able to do well with this part of the compensation plan. Because if you've got 6 active people that you've brought into the team, then you're getting paid 7 levels deep. And that's really a good thing. I see a lot of stuff coming in for me in the, in the 3rd and 4th levels. And I actually need to get a couple more active people to be able to reach down into the 7th level. And right now, with some of the activity we've got going on, that's a great goal for us all to have, is to get at least 6 people so we can get paid down 7 levels in our organization. So that's the first part of the compensation plan. And the good thing is, we don't have to spend the $12.50 a month to make money in this part of the compensation plan. It's a great way for people to get started. But what we need to remember as leaders, that there is a whole second part of this compensation plan. And it's only available to us when we start spending, and you can see it right there, the $12.50 a month. If you haven't found a $12.50 product that you're willing to purchase on a monthly basis yet, you are missing out up to at least, and even maybe more than, half of the potential money that you could be making. And so this is what we wanted to kind of focus a little on tonight, and just make sure people understand because only when you're spending the $12.50 a month do you start to be able to get paid on what's called the bonus value, the BV points. And you do not even accumulate any BV points in your team until you start paying this $12.50 a month. So let me first of all, before I get into some of the details of this, because I will show you I'll use my back office as an example, make sure you understand what I'm talking about. But just to understand that team building income, which pays you on the BV, you cannot access any of this money here that's being talked about if you are not paying this amount. And the beautiful thing is, all the way through the program, you do not have to pay more than $12.50 a month until you get to a place where there's additional leadership bonuses available, which is down here. And this is a little more advanced. We can go into more detail about this at another time, but I don't want to confuse anybody. But it's only when you get into this that you have to start spending the $25 a month. All the way through this team building income, it's just the $12.50. So let me just go back and highlight in our products, because this is the thing. The travel program is awesome. We absolutely love it. It's a great way for people to enter the team if they're doing any traveling for business or pleasure. Then they should be here. I mean, lifetime membership for only $25 is crazy. But the problem we have is if all you're doing is recruiting travel people into your team, whenever somebody in your team travels, you have the potential to get a good chunk of BV. But if you have not integrated making a $12.50 monthly renewal purchase every month, you will not make any money on anybody's bonus volume. So just understand that. If all you've got is travelers in your group and nobody's making a purchase on a monthly basis, you're missing out on half your income. So let's just look at the three easiest, in my mind, products to be able to purchase on a monthly basis that will qualify you for that team income. So many of you have tried the Colostrum product. If you really look at this page, it's amazing what Colostrum can do for people. I mean, and here it is. You can get your hands on this Colostrum, which is basically it's a food. It's a nature's food that is full of nutrients from the very beginning of mother's milk. And, $12.50 a month to be able to get your hands on a nutritional like this is absolutely crazy. I mean, it's crazy good. And people just need to understand, if they have any immune system challenges and they need to build their immune system, then Colostrum can help with that. There's a lot of different kind of growth factors that help your body to be able to maintain some of its cellular regeneration and growth. There's tons of nutritional components in this stuff, vitamins, minerals, amino acids, essential oils. It's all in this Colostrum, which really, to my knowledge, has nothing added to it. It's just all natural. And so when you look at this is a hot topic out there, guys. If you ever wanted to go looking for Facebook groups to become a member of, to be able to kind of build some relationships and see what you could do to help, there's got to be people out here in groups talking about leaky gut syndrome, because it is a hot topic in medical circles, because people are finding out that if your colon is not digesting food properly, and most of us it's not, then it can affect all these systems in your body. I know people who have gotten focused on healing their leaky gut, and they've had their brain fog dissipate, they've lost weight, they've had all kinds of things happen. They've gotten rid of heartburn. There's lots and lots of things that this Colostrum can kind of help with when you look at this whole leaky gut syndrome. Autoimmune diseases. This is a hot topic, folks. That typically includes, it's got a whole list here of autoimmune diseases, Crohn's disease, chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia. So all of these things are linked to leaky gut, and the colostrum can become a tool for helping to heal some of that leaky gut syndrome. So just look down through here and you'll see, and all the way through here, again, somebody could be purchasing this for just $12.50 a month. A lot of people believe there are anti-aging benefits to the colostrum. So if you're trying to find that fountain of youth, you want to continue to look younger, absolutely. They're saying that it also enhances your abilities, body's ability to burn fat. So it could be a tool for helping in weight loss. And again, a lot of people I am aware of who have healed the leaky gut syndrome have found that they've had some weight loss. So just understand, this is a product that for $12.50 a month, people should consider making this purchase to help their own health and to be able to get access to the rest of the compensation plan that iClub offers. The second one I love to touch on here is because, you know, I know a lot of people who are working with products that are similar to iPrime Java. And again, most of them are paying $30, $40, and $50 a month for a similar type of healthy coffee. And here we have it, and we got choices. We can get some for $12.50 a month. We can get some for $25. Again, crazy that we're able to access health promoting products like this for a relatively small amount of money. Again, this has got different kinds of medicinal mushrooms in it. Reishi mushrooms have powerful antioxidants. It's also an immune system booster. Drinking this coffee is one of the nicest things you can do for your body. It's got similar things to the colostrum. It's got weight loss, you know, kind of properties to it. Anti-aging. All of these things are part of the iPrime Java. So don't think that it's just about buying coffee. Let people in your downline know that we have some of the best deals on healthy products anywhere on the internet. And if they just pick one and try it and got on an auto ship with it, they're going to have access to the whole other half of the compensation plan. And then, of course, my favorite that I focus on a lot is the lead capture page. I don't think people mostly in our team still understand how powerful this can be. And most people are not quite catching on to where to go and promote their pages. But anybody who's had connection to NeoThink, we're getting a boost right now from some people to start being able to spread the word of NeoThink and the 12 Visions Party in more places. And I still believe that the most powerful thing we can do to be able to build the energy around our movement and what we believe in terms of making the world a better place with health, wealth, and peace is for everybody to get into a lead capture page with the video speaking from the heart about what we're here to do in our Friday Night Essence. When we get a bunch of people who are all doing that together and who are all sharing each other's stories, we're going to be able to build the energy and help people see what the sea of you is supposed to be about and be able to start to understand that we don't have to put up with the crazy crud that we're seeing all over the planet right now. So,
could I interject something right here on this web tool?
Yes, sir.
I've been going around for a few weeks now with my head chopped off, trying to figure out how to hook up autoresponders to the web tool. Mm-hmm. But I talked to Jeff today, and when you go through iWebitool to your website, you're already hooked up to autoresponders.
Yes.
Automatic. Yeah.
Yes. And not on all of them. I mean, some of them, if you're using the pre-created pages that iClub created for the iPrime Java, for the travel program, for Colostrum, for iWebitool, then yes, you are already automatically hooked into the autoresponders. In fact, I did a test on one of your sites, Henry, and I forwarded you the email to show you that when I put my information in your website, I immediately got an email from you. So yeah, you're good there. The only ones where we have
I've been going around with my head chopped off trying to figure out how to make it work, and it was already working, and I didn't know it.
I tried to show you that before, and you know, don't hesitate. You can always call me too. I'm happy to help where I can. I don't have all the answers, but I know a fair number of them. So, but for the editable pages where we can put our own videos into them, that's where we have to create our own autoresponders. So if you get to a place of deciding you're going to create your own video and put it into one of your iWebitool pages, come to me so we can look at figuring out how to create an autoresponder to go with that, okay? All right, good deal. So those are the three main products that I think have a lot of punch to them that we can get people to utilize for just $12.50 a month. So let me go ahead and now just show you all why we should all be doing that, because this is the part that I think a lot of people still don't quite understand, and I want to make sure everybody has a little bit of knowledge of this. So when you go into your back office of iClub Biz, what I always encourage people to take a look at and keep up with is what's called your volume history. This is where you can see your bonus volume. This is where the bonus volume accumulates. All right? So here's the thing to understand. If you are not currently spending $12.50 a month on a renewable auto ship product, you're not going to see any numbers here. This is going to be blank here. It's going to be a blank screen right here. Only when you're spending the $12.50 a month do you accumulate BV, bonus volume. You can see right now in my account, I recently cycled. So I've got 6,500 over here. I had 77 points over here. Every time I get 75 on this side, then 75 gets subtracted from both sides. As you can see, that's what happened here, and $12.50 drops into my account. I don't do anything for that. That's money that just shows up because of people who are spending money on my left leg and on my right leg. Obviously, I've got a lot more activity on my left leg than I do my right leg. But if I cut off my iWebitool today, these points would stop accumulating. They would just stop. Now, most of the time they don't disappear, at least not right away, but they will stop accumulating and I'll stop getting any bonus money through this. So that's all that's required for you to be able to make money out of all of this team activity. And this is where, I want you to make sure you understand this. This is where if somebody travels through the travel program, they get 2/3 of the commission that Sunset Beach Travel, they get 2/3 of it in cash. The other third goes into this bonus volume. So if you've got somebody who's out here traveling a lot, you could be missing out on huge amounts of bonus volume because you're not spending $12.50 a month. So just understand that is the only way that this money is going to accumulate for you, and you'll be able to get the $12.50 a month, dropping it, or $12.50. It's not a month. You'll get $12.50 every time both legs hit 75. So that's what it takes. And it took a couple of days for it to actually go into the cycle mode. But you can see I went from 74 to 77. And then they subtract 75, it drops me down to 2. But you can see I'm starting to accumulate again on that leg. And I do have somebody on that leg who is traveling some. So that was actually what kicked me over the top pretty quickly to be able to get another $12.50. So just understand, that's the power of being on a $12.50 a month product purchase. And it doesn't matter which one. Does not matter which one. As long as you're on the 1250, you've got points accumulating in both legs, and you've got to have an active member, somebody who's spending money every month on both legs, and then boom, 1250 will drop into your account every time you cycle. That's what they call it when you hit 75 on both legs. You cycle. So anybody got any questions about that?
Nope, Shan, you covered it very well. Thank you.
All right. Well, just make sure y'all understand.
Can I ask a question about something else? This is something that you've gone over in the past.
Uh-huh.
I just want to find out, where do you go on your back office to find the benefits of the different ranks? Not what it takes to become the rank, but what your benefits are as the different ranks.
Okay, well, and I'm not sure that that is easily seen in the back office as it is on the front page of your website. So let me go back to front page of the website, and I'll show you exactly where I found that earlier. If you go back to your website under opportunity, right here, rank advancement, okay? So that is where it shows you in a little more detail what each of the ranks mean. All right?
Write that down.
Well, this is showing what it takes to get to the rank, but now it doesn't tell you what benefits you have as being that rank.
That's what's in the compensation plan. That's what we were looking at earlier. So if you come back down here.
Okay, I was looking in the wrong area there for it.
Yep, the compensation plan, that's where it shows you right here. You know, so, you know, these are the junior ranks, active, qualified, director, builder. You have the ability to be getting more money out of that team. It's really about the depth that you can be able to get more money out of the team. You have to become producer to be able to reach this other level down here. So this is the team match, and this is kind of the third part of the compensation plan that it takes a while to get to, because
I got producer now, but I'm almost going to achiever.
Okay, cool. So if you're at the producer level right now, what this means is that whenever somebody under you does a cycle bonus of $12.50, which is what I was just talking about, you're going to get paid 10% of their cycle bonus.
Okay. Oh, wow.
So that's the big difference, is that once you become a producer, you can be able to get 10%, and then you can see up here 20% of everybody's cycle bonus behind you. So right now, you know, if Donald cycles, I don't get anything on his cycle. But if I become a producer, I'll get paid another $1.25 every time he makes that $12.50.
Wow, that's huge, Shan. I like that.
Yep. So that's the reason to work on becoming, you know, higher, because they'll pay more generations of people in terms of letting you go deeper and deeper in your organization on making money on those cycle bonuses. Okay?
Yes.
Now this part of it, I don't understand any of this at all. Additional business centers, you know, because this is when you get up to executive. But it says if you maintain the rank of executive for 3 consecutive months, you will be awarded an additional business center. So I don't even know what that means. It sounds like they give you another whole business to build within your team. So it's like, okay. So there's definitely different things. But if you're at producer, then you should start to make money when people cycle. But this is where you want to make sure that some of the people below you start to cycle. So Joe Shoup is probably one who stands a good chance of cycling a fair amount of time. As long as you maintain producer level, you should get 10% of what he's doing. You know, and at achiever level, you'll go even lower. I don't know where this new Terry person came from, but I don't know who signed him up. But I'm assuming he's further down in the organization somewhere.
Joe Shoop did it.
Okay, all right. So he's another one. If he's, you know, at another level lower, you'll start to, if he's building fast and he's putting people in there, then you'll be able, as you continue to build at these levels, you'll be able to go deeper in the organization and get paid on their cycle bonuses. So
Wow.
that's the three pieces to this thing is, you know, matching other people's cycle bonuses and making sure that, you know, make sure you help people in your team understand that they're missing out on a lot of commissions if they're not making a monthly purchase. And the other thing to remember, because we have some,
I've been sending emails to all my downloads on that.
Good.
That's good. That's good. I forgot what I was going to say. Making sure that your team understands these things so that they can make the most money possible is important. There was something else that was in my head and I lost it, but it's okay. If it's important, it'll come back. But those are the important things. So just understand, you know, we've got some amazing products here in iClub. And, oh, that was the other piece. There it is. I knew it would come back. Don't forget to let people in your team know that if they don't have money available to be able to purchase products, they can still sell their way to being able to do it.
Right.
If they can sell any of these products and that money goes into their cash account, they can start making purchases out of that cash account. So, you know, I've got several people who are earning their iWebA tool every month because they're making enough money, it's going into their cash account, and their iWebA tool's just getting paid direct out of that cash account. That's the ideal way to go, instead of having to take money out of your pocket every month.
I haven't paid for anything out of my pocket since the second month.
There you go. That's
Me either. Me either.
that's the way to go. Well, guys, I'm gonna shut off the recording here for the night, and